A hearty welcome to one and all. I'm Rohini Batwal from Gokhale Education Society's JDCB English Medium High School with 8th Standard Science subject. Let us see chemical properties. There are mainly 5 types of chemical properties of metals and non-metals are there. Let us see the first, that is electronic configuration. See the first electronic configuration of metals. Metals have a tendency to lose their valence electrons to form positively charged ions, that is cations. See the examples: sodium, magnesium and aluminium. And see the valence, that is 1, 2, 3. Let us see the electronic configuration of nonmetals. Most of the nonmetals have 4 to 7 electrons in the valence shell, and the examples are nitrogen, oxygen and chlorine. Let us move towards the second one, that is formation of ions. Metals have a tendency to lose their valence electrons to form positively charged ions, that is cations. See the example: sodium and magnesium is given. Let us see formation of ions, that is in nonmetals. Nonmetals have a tendency to accept electrons in the valence shell to form negatively charged ions called anions. Let us move towards the third one, that is reaction with oxygen. Metals combine with oxygen to form their oxides. Metal plus oxygen give rise to metal oxide. The metal oxides are basic in nature. Metal oxides react with an acid to form salt and water. Metal oxide plus acid, it give rise to salt and water. Let us see nonmetals. Nonmetals combines with oxygen to form their oxides. That is, nonmetal plus oxygen, it give rise to nonmetal oxide. The oxides of nonmetals are acidic in nature. They react with bases to form soluble salt and water. And examples are carbon plus oxygen, it give rise to carbon dioxide. The oxides of nonmetals react with water to form an acid. And examples are carbonic acid, sulfurous acid and sulfuric acid. See the fourth property, that is reaction with acid. Take dilute hydrochloric acid in a test tube, then add zinc dust to it. Take a glowing splinter near the mouth of the tube. Observe the glowing splinter. You will notice some sound coming out from it. Most of the metals react with dilute acid to form metal salts with hydrogen gas is released. That is, metal plus dilute acid, it give rise to salt and hydrogen gas. Let us talk about nonmetals. Nonmetals do not react with dilute acids and water. Let us see the fifth, that is reaction with water. Most metals do not show any observable and fast reaction with cold water, but some metals like sodium and potassium react with cold water to produce their hydroxides and hydrogen gas. Magnesium metals require steam to give similar reactions. Let us move towards noble metals. Some metals like gold, silver, platinum, palladium and rhodium are noble metals. They occur in nature in the elemental state. Gold metal, which is 100% pure, is called 24-karat gold. Pure gold is soft. As a result, the ornamental made from pure gold bends or breaks due to pressure. Therefore, goldsmith mix it with certain proportion of copper or silver. Ornaments are made from 22 carats gold or gold with still smaller carat value. Let us move towards the uses of noble metals. Gold, silver and platinum are used to prepare ornaments. Silver used in medicines. It has an antibacterial property. Gold and silver also used to make medals. Gold and silver also used to make few electronic devices, and platinum, palladium metals are used as catalyst. Let us move towards purity of gold. When we ask rate of gold in gold shop, it always differ. Why is it? Gold is a noble metal in nature. It occurs in element form. 100% pure gold is 24 carat. Pure gold is soft. Therefore, gold ornaments prepared by pure gold may break or bend due to pressure. Hence, goldsmith add specific amount to copper or silver in pure gold to prepare ornaments. 22 karat gold is used. See the chart, students. See the carat. 24 carat, it is 100%. 22 carat, it is 91.66%. 18 carat, that is 75%. 14 carat, that is 58.33%. Carat, 12, so the percentage is 50. And for 10 carat, it is 41.66%. Let us move towards the corrosion. Students, gases in the air react with metals in the absence of moisture to form metal compounds. The metals get affected by this process and undergo what is called the corrosion. Let us see, students. Prepare a list of the examples of corrosion in your everyday life. A reddish colored deposit is formed on iron by reacting with oxygen gas. A greenish colored deposit is formed copper by reaction with carbon dioxide gas. A blackish colored deposit is formed on silver by reaction with hydrogen sulfide gas. To prevent corrosion of metals, layers of oil, grease, varnish, and paints are applied on them. Also, plating with another non-corroding metal is done. Iron is arrested by zinc plating. Due to these processes, the contact of metal surface with air is lost and corrosion cannot occur as the chemical reaction cannot occur. Do you know, students, there is a Statue of Liberty in the sea near New York City in America. The original surface of this statue was made of copper, but now it looks green. This is because green colored copper carbonate has been formed by a reaction of copper with the carbon dioxide and moisture in the air. This is an example of corrosion. Let us move on towards alloy. A homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or a homogeneous mixture metal with non-metals is called alloy. Alloys are made up of mixing the constituent elements in as per the requirement. For example, the stainless steel utensils used at home are made up of an alloy of iron with carbon, chromium and nickel. The alloy bronze is formed from copper and tin. Let us move towards do you know? Students, there is an iron pillar in the premises of Qutub Minar in Delhi made about 1500 years ago. The pillar is lustrous even after so many years. This is because our ancestors had made it from an alloy. It contains small proportion of carbon, silicon and phosphorus mixed in iron. Do you know, students, a cheap variety of stainless steel is made sometimes by using copper instead of costly nickel. You might have seen the vertical cracks in stainless steel vessels. The reason is above. Means they are made up of copper instead of nickel. See, discuss. You might be knowing scrap dealers. What do they do with the scrap? Why is this needed? Here we have finished our lesson. Go through the exercises, students. Complete your classwork as well your homework. And here I am going to give you one activity, that is a project. Students, you have to prepare a list of the uses of metals and non-metals in our everyday life. Okay? It is given in your textbook only. Go for it. And the second activity is, how is the varkha or silver foil used in sweet made? Collect the information about which metals are used to make varkha. Okay? This is the two activities that you have to do. Hopefully you understood this lesson. We'll meet in the next lesson. Thank you. Take care. Bye, students.